Welcome back to Brick Therapy, everybody. I'm Steve. I hope you're all having a glorious day today. Well, today I get to give you a look at the boutique hotel, and I will give you my thoughts and what I feel, the good, the bad of it, and then we'll find a place to put it in my city. Well, here is the entire model built, and my overall impressions. I like the idea of it being a different shape than what we normally get. I do like that. I like the overall decor of the outer side. I like the way that all of these are shaped the way they are. I really like that detail. I like a lot of the special things that are found in this set. There are many different Easter eggs that actually celebrate the 15 years, because this marks the 15-year mark of the Lego modular buildings, and so they did a lot of dedications, such as this billboard here that has, let's see if we can get it in focus a little bit here. I'm hoping you guys can read that, but it is a bunch of different postings of referring to other models of the modular buildings, which is really kind of cool. All throughout, like I say, there's different Easter eggs, which is really cool. The color scheme, I'm liking the fact that they're moving away from standard colors and trying to give us a nice overall difference and stuff, and I like some of the details. I mean, this is really neat. Inside here there is the white croissant, which is from one of the sets, and such. I like a lot of that. A lot of the flowers on the sill, I like that. There's a lot of things I like of the look of it and the thought of it. The problem I have is it just seems like a smaller build, and it seems like when you do this shape, you'll see on the inside it just takes away from what's really available for you to use. And I feel honestly that it is a lot smaller than some of the other buildings, such as when we, now granted, Assembly Square really isn't regular modular. That is a marked, I believe, the 10-year, I believe it was the 10-year that they did that set to mark that mark, but they also came out with a different set that same year. So I'm not really including that. But when you look at the bookstore, that seems small. It just seems smaller than the original modulars that came out, and I wish I had some. But the only modulars I have are the newer ones. Now, even the corner garage to me feels like a bigger build. The downtown diner, that's a really good build. I like the overall build of it. It too seemed like it's a little bit on the small side, kind of, but a lot of that's just the design of that one. But I really like the aesthetics that throws out, which is the more or less like a 50s look, and I really like that. The corner garage is really a neat building, and I feel like you get with that design, because they went with a different design on it, and I feel that with it you got a lot more out of it than you do with this new set. Even the police station I feel was larger than this set, even though that in itself felt small. There is, because even when you look at it, it is set back further, because it gives you, the stairs and such. So you got a smaller building there, but then the side buildings I think are relatively a decent size, and really kind of go along with the aesthetics of it, and I think that goes really well. But when you go to looking at this set, I'm not as happy. I just feel like it missed the mark to a certain extent. I understand, that this is a different style of build, but the problem I have with it is you only have one side that really works to go against other buildings. With this being, if you were to put a building here, your windows would be looking at another building, and I'm not really happy with that. I keep knocking stuff over. Sorry about the noise. But anyway, I was saying is that I'm not overly thrilled with the size. I think the size feels smaller because of the design. And this side building is honestly a joke. It's really, really small. Let me show you the interior of the side building here. Let me take that piece off just one moment. Okay, so inside you see you've got a person that is kind of tending to this art museum. Now that piece right there, that clear sculpture, that is the design that is shown on some of the older boxes that are the modular buildings that they show. They have that emblem on them. So anyway, when you look in here, it's got a few different little art pieces on the wall and such, and a couple of standing ones, such as like I said, that one. I keep on knocking this fire hydrant off. Anyway, so then there's another piece of art there just inside the doorway. I mean, there's a lot that they've put into the detail of this little space, but you can't get but one person in at a time, or one minifigure in there to look, one patron to look around. There's just not a whole lot of space inside there. Then when you look at, let me get that piece back on there. So then when you look at the top part of this little building here on the side, it's like a little dining area for people to sit. I'm not really thrilled with the palm tree for myself. I don't like the design really. And two, it doesn't go with my city. My city is more of a pine foresty type setting, so I'm going to probably wind up replacing that at some point. I'll probably keep this built the way it is, even though I'm not 100% sold on it. I'm just going to leave it together, see if it grows on me at all. I got to find a place in my city to put it, which we'll get to it later in the video. But let me go ahead and show you really quickly what's on the inside. All right, this is the lobby, and you walk into the front door there, which the signs, both for the hotel as well as the art gallery, they both have a printed tile, which I think is absolutely wonderful. And I get where they were trying to go, that this is just a huge, massive, open lobby. You see that in a lot of the grander hotels, especially the older ones, that you've got a huge lobby that you walk into that people can kind of stand around and talk and such, or sit in the couch there. Then you see back here, you have the bellhop. Now I'm not sure where he's supposed to go with the luggage cart, unless it's just strictly going from the customers' vehicles to the inside of the building, because there is absolutely no elevator, so it doesn't do him any good to go up and down the stairs with that cart, right? So I don't know what the intention was there. All the keys that are behind there, I think that's a really cool touch. Let's see, what else did I like? I like the planter there. That's kind of nice. I think the miss I have with this is, okay, yes, they got a lot of decorative tile work down there and such, which is one of the first times that I've seen a fully tiled floor in one of these sets, but it looks great. The problem I have is I feel like it's a waste of space that they may have been able to do something else with by redesigning it. So let's take a look at the second floor. So here is the second floor, and as you can see, there is the stairwell that comes up from the first floor, goes up to the second. There you can barely see it behind the stairwell going up to the third floor. They did pretty well, I guess, with the cramped space for what that is for the stairwell, but there's not much space for anybody to walk around in the hallway there, is there? So that's kind of sketchy there, I think. Anyway, so let's move on to this room over here. You have a just a simple layout with a bed, and it looks like a little table there, and looks like a desk, or maybe it's supposed to be a vanity, but they forgot the mirror. Then you have maybe a chest of drawers or something there. Kind of a simple little room there, and it does have this little balcony here, which is kind of neat. That's kind of neat, I guess. So it's got a little balcony there in that room. And this is what I'm talking about whenever they made this really weird space here. It just seems like such a waste that they could have done so much more because of the way that it's designed out. It's really kind of awkward. There's no restroom for any of the tenants living or staying on the second floor, which I think is kind of odd. Now, I'm assuming this is where the what is it, the bank guy down here, he's like an accountant or something, is what the book says, which is kind of neat. It kind of tells you about the characters that they put in here, which is kind of nifty. And so then you've got this typewriter build. I like the typewriter build a lot. Not that anybody uses a typewriter these days, but I really think that's a really neat look. And I really like the lamp too. That's a really neat way of doing that lamp. Now you've got this sitting area that you can kind of sit in this chair and kind of spin around and just kind of look out. I think I would be a little claustrophobic in that situation, even with all the windows. Then you have another bed over here. So this is the second room on this floor, and it's a little bit larger than the first floor. You also have a what looks like a armoire or something over here as well. So not a bad little room there. Just like I say, I think they wasted space with this, and I think they lost out by not bringing the wall all the way out to here. I mean, even with five studs down, I mean, that's all it is 5 studs, but it just makes a difference. I really think that they cramped a lot into this with being able to, they could have taken this out just that little bit further, and I think it would have been better. Let's go ahead and take a look at the third floor. The third floor shows one room, and this would be the room of the more wealthier type of stayer here. So you even have this chocolate on a pillow on your bed, so you get a chocolate bar that's left behind for you. There's this really neat old TV build. I really like that too. I think that is a really neat thing. That's another neat lamp there. Over here you have the bathroom, which I gotta say is pretty good for the size of space there is. It's got a sink, it's got your tub that a minifigure could actually get into, which is really neat. Then you have this toilet over here, which that's kind of cramped where it's at, but hey, they did what they could with that space, right? Then again, there's a stairwell here that brings you up into the 3rd floor. And over here you can see that there is another type of armoire built. There's a little sitting space there, and of course the good sized bed. And so that is the 3rd floor. And then when we put the top back on, we are back to square one. That is the boutique hotel. So now let's go see if we can find a place in my city to put this. Think it's going to be a little rough. Let's see what we can find. Oh, one thing I forgot to point out is right here, the coffee cart build, which is actually a throwback to the very first Modular, I believe it is. The it should be the cafe corner or something. I can't remember the exact name, but yeah, it had a cafe in it, and so therefore it that was the very first build, and that's what that refers back to, as well as he's wearing the same outfit and everything. So that is the build, and let's go ahead and find a place in the city to put it. So I didn't think I was going to be able to find a spot in my city that it would work without having to redo a lot, but you know what, I did find a spot here. So there's going to be a road that comes from this section up to here, and it's going to go past this direction here and then turn and come this way. So this is actually the one spot I could find in my city that technically is a row, kind of like back there. But I didn't want to put it back there because I don't think it would work too well, look too good. Here, it's okay. Again, I think I'm going to wind up getting rid of the palm tree and putting in something else. Because it just doesn't go with the foresty feel, which is what this is a mountain forest. So, and then there's going to be another building here. There will be some buildings down here, but they should all be basically kind of like corner buildings. I'm still working on it. As you can see, I've got a mock here going that I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I don't know if I want to put that garage there or not. I have to do some thinking on this yet on that. But this is where I wound up putting the new modular building. And at least then I can actually see pretty much everything. That side's still really difficult to see, which is where the dumpster is, which not too really thrilled with having the dumpster back here where the road's going to be, but I don't know where else in my city to put it. I could turn it the other way, but then I really wouldn't see anything from the other side, and I would have the dumpster out here. This is what I was saying with this set is I don't think it really fits within my city too well. But I'm going to leave it as is right now. I might order a second floor, another set of pieces to do this second floor and make a second story. So basically that would add height to it. But I don't know. I'm just really torn because this is just not quite working in my city. But this is the best I can do right now. So with that being said, I'm going to take this video out for now. I hope you all have a glorious day, and we will see you in the next video, everybody. Bye-bye.